Hi, Eshna.
Hello, Mohini.
So, how was your term one break? What were some of the highlights?
It was great. The biggest highlight was that I got to go to Mumbai for a fully paid trip to the Colgate Palmolive India office for their Inner Circle program 2024.
Oh, wow, interesting. Inner Circle program. Can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit more about that and what the selection process was?
Sure. So it was a 2-day immersion program into the FMCG industry for those who aspire to be there, where we got to know about how FMCG and Colgate in particular, how it works. And the selection process, after an initial screening, it involved us to do a function-based assignment where we had to analyze one of Colgate's ads and make a 2-minute analysis video on that.
Interesting. And what was the immersion program like?
There were 20 people selected from all over India, upcoming MBA aspirants. That was the cohort that we had. And on day one with them, first we went for a marketing visit around the Powai locality in different types of stores where Colgate is sold. We had a marketing session on that, following it up. Then we had a supply chain session. On day two, we had a sales and customer development session, more about the culture and HR policies. And then we got to interact with the senior leadership of Colgate along with the current MBA cohort who's working there as interns.
Interesting. A very packed 2-day schedule.
It was.
So, let's focus on the sales and marketing aspect. Just deep diving a little into that. What were some things that you learned and some insights that you gained?
To talk about my top 3 highlights, first of all, I got to know how exactly does PNL work when it comes to marketing. We've been hearing that PNL is handled by brand managers. How is what I got to know. Second, I saw exactly how sales functions in FMCG. Third, I understood the ads that we see, what kind of research and what kind of development process goes into bringing them to life.
Wow, interesting. These are very practical problem statements that
Definitely.
managers face. Maybe we can first touch upon the first two questions. How exactly do brand managers handle PNL and what is the level of synergy between sales and marketing?
So brand manager for a particular portfolio or particular product brand, a brand manager for that particular brand is considered the CEO of that brand, as in they handle the entire range of activities into making that brand successful. And that's why the PNL of that particular brand is directly in the hands of that brand manager and their team. However, it is a mixed KPI shared between sales and marketing, in the sense when sales handles channels, for example, there's retail, there's independent nukkad shops, there's e-commerce. Suppose a salesperson is handling 5 brands that are sold to a retail channel, another one is handling 10 brands that is sold to e-commerce, and that becomes their KPI channel wise. On the marketing front of it, a brand manager for, say, Max Fresh or Strong Teeth is handling all the channels for that particular brand, right? So when it comes to the top line, both of them get married and contribute towards the same goal of PNL in their own different capacities. So it's an integrated KPI basically.
Interesting. I think that's quite insightful. And touching upon the other aspect of ads, I think we're all obsessed with ads. How does an ad actually come to life?
Right. So we actually had this very interesting session where we backward engineered a lot of recent ads of Colgate, including the Dadi Poti ad that you might have seen, where we sort of tried to derive, if this is the creative execution, what might have been the idea going behind it, and from the idea, what might have been the pain point that the ad seeks to solve. So if you actually trace that backward engineered process, first of all, you find a pain point that the consumer has through consumer research, market research, segmentation, first finding out which market you're exactly speaking to, you find their pain point. Then basis that pain point, you figure out, okay, what's the before and after state that our product seeks to solve for them. Through that consumer journey, you derive a big brand idea. And that big brand idea can be the emotional articulation of the solution to that pain point, and that gets translated into ads and brand narratives.
Wow, that was quite insightful. So can you tell us maybe one incident, something fun that happened during this 2-day visit?
For me, I ran into the CEO of Colgate Palmolive while running around to find an empty conference hall. I had seen her in her PR and bio, but in person I could not recognize her at all. It was it took me a moment to just process it. And by the time I
Right.
processed it, she was out of my sight again.
But you did get to see her, so
I did.
nice, nice. Great. Thanks, Eshna, for chatting with us.
Thanks,
And if
Mohini.
you all have any more questions, please reach out to Eshna.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.